Hi everybody and welcome to my latest YouTube video. I hope you're doing well out there in YouTube land and record collecting land, the VC and Beatles collectors. For this little video today, we're going to be looking at a DVD of all things. A little bit of background information. Past few days I've had a few days off work, rest days, and because it's been okay-ish, we've been sat in the garden mainly yesterday, and I was listening to I was streaming a concert, and it was the concert for George, and I'd actually forgot how good that concert was. Obviously it was originally recorded a year after he passed away, so I've got it on CD, but I'd actually forgot that I'd got it on DVD. So this is it, Concert for George, and I believe this has just been re-released, hasn't it? So like I say, I've got it on the DVD and I've got it on CD, but unfortunately I haven't got it on vinyl. So if any of you out there have got it on vinyl and you don't want it, I'll have it. So yeah, it was recorded at the Royal Albert Hall on the 29th of November 2002. Lovely photo of George that is there, isn't it? And it's 2 discs. The first disc is the whole concert that goes on for 2 hours and 26 minutes. And then the second disc is a theatrical version with additional material that goes on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Some very, very famous people on this concert, weren't there? There was Danny Harrison, Paul McCartney, Ringo Starr. Of course, Eric Clapton had a big part in this. I think he actually put this together, didn't he? You got Tom Petty, you got Billy Preston, you got Klaus Voormann was on it at one point. You know, there was a hell of a lot of people that was associated with George on this, and I think George would have loved this, and it's just a shame that he wasn't there to see it, I think. So what do you get song wise? Well, on the disc on here it says it starts off with Your Eyes, then you've got The Inner Light, then you've got Apron, then you've got 2 Monty Python songs, Sit on My Face and the Lumberjack song, then you've got I Want to Tell You, If I Needed Someone, Old Brown Shoe, Give Me Love, Beware of Darkness, Here Comes the Sun, That's the Way It Goes, Horse to Water, Taxman, I Need You, Handle with Care, Isn't It a Pity, Photograph, Honey Don't, For You Blue, Something, All Things Must Pass, While My Guitar Gently Weeps, My Sweet Lord, Wah Wah, I'll See You in My Dreams. Now to me, that I'll See You in My Dreams is a perfect ending to this. Joe Brown and George Harrison were very good friends, and you know, like I say, it's a shame George wasn't around to see this. So this is the thing, this is the actual DVD. Like I say, I've had this for many, many years, but I can't actually remember the last time I played it. But after sitting in my garden the past few days, and I was streaming it, and I shouldn't be encouraging people to stream music, but I was streaming this concert, and it's like reignited my love for it. You know, and I will start to play it more often, but like I say, I would like it on vinyl at some point. So this is this DVD, opens up like that, look. Bit of a later photo of George there, and that is the 2 discs. So I don't know what's different with this to the new one that's come out. I think hasn't the sound been digitally remastered or something. You also get this little booklet, look. Oh, George looks lovely on that, doesn't he? Again, it just tells you what's basically on disc 1. Disc 2, I Want to Tell You, If I Needed Someone, Taxman, Handle with Care, Photograph, Honey Don't, Sit on My Face, the Lumberjack song, Here Comes the Sun, Horse to Water, Beware of Darkness, Isn't It a Pity, For You Blue, Something, The inner light, all things must pass, my sweet Lord, while my guitar gently weeps. I'll see you in my dreams, oh brown shoe, and give me love, give me peace on earth. Which I think the second disc, if I remember rightly, is like rehearsal footage, isn't it? Lots of information. There's Eric and Danny. Doesn't Danny look like George there? That's during the rehearsals. And I was watching a little bit of it on YouTube yesterday, and I can't remember what song they was doing, but Danny was on there with his guitar, with his acoustic guitar, and the way he was standing and the mannerisms in his face, it could have been George. Really could have been George. Another one there with George in the 70s. Eric and Danny at the concert. Good old Ringo. He did 2 songs, didn't he? He did Photograph and Honey Don't. Photograph is a fantastic song. I've always loved that song. But now it's got a slightly different meaning for me. Nothing to do with George's passing or anything like that. It always reminds me of my dad, and my dad's no longer with us. Why it reminds me of my dad, I don't know. George and Ringo in the early days. George looks about 10 on that, doesn't he? And he was only a teenager, wasn't he, when the Beatles first got big. My distant cousin, Paul McCartney. And that I am actually a distant cousin. Very, very distant, don't get me wrong, but lovely photo of George again there, which they used for the cover. Then these are the stills from the concert, look. And of course, a lot of these people are no longer with us now, are they? Billy Preston sadly passed away, hasn't he? You know. More writings. Some more stills, because of course Ravi Shankar was there, and I think he's passed away now, hasn't he? Very, very big influence, wasn't he, Ravi Shankar on George. And of course Tom Petty's no longer with us. Nice photo of George and Ravi Shankar there, look. And I believe that's Ravi, and I think that's his daughter. But I've probably got that wrong. Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne. Of course, Jeff Lynne was great mates with George as well, wasn't he? Especially there, look, the Travelling Wilburys. What a super group that was, eh? Could you ever imagine if they'd have done a tour? That's Monty Python singing the Lumberjack song. Of course, George was great friends with Monty Python. He actually financed The Life of Brian, didn't he? Didn't he remortgage his house, or had a loan out against his house or something, so that film could get made. Cool looking George there from the 60s. Around 1965, 1966. Oh. Danny and Olivia right at the end of the concert. Isn't that a lovely photo? George in his garden. Because of course the famous quote is that when Danny was younger, he actually thought that George's job was a gardener. He didn't realise he was a musician until years later. And then all the credits at the back. What a fantastic thing for somebody to do. And obviously, you know, Eric and George were lifelong fans, weren't they? They shared more than just a love of music, didn't they, in some ways? I know we shouldn't laugh, but didn't Patty, George's first wife, get married to Eric Clapton as well, didn't she? And when they got married, Eric and Patty, the Beatles nearly reformed, didn't they? Because George, Ringo and Paul got on stage and sung some songs. Don't know what they sung. I'm sure there's videos of that somewhere, you know, which will probably surface one day. So yeah, if you haven't got this, I'd highly recommend it. This is the original release, by the way. Don't know if I mentioned that. It's not the new one that's come out that's been don't know what's it. I think it's been mixed with different things, hasn't it? I think that's the only difference. Fantastic concert. Of course, George is sadly missed, as is John. You know, he gave the world some beautiful music to George, as did John. Very spiritual man in his own rights, wasn't he? Apparently, he wasn't an angel. He used to get up to a few naughty things, but, you know, it was George being George. Was he the quiet Beatle? I don't really think he was. He was supposed to have a wicked sense of humour. And when you look at some of the concert footage of the Beatles, when they played live, George was nearly always by John, wasn't he? And in some of them, they're like cracking up, just laughing at one another, like, what the fuck are we doing here, sort of thing. They couldn't, I think sometimes John and George couldn't believe how big the Beatles were. You know, playing to a stadium and you can't even hear yourself, like, playing. The one at the Shea Stadium where, like, John's just cracking up playing the keyboard. He plays the keyboard like that with his elbow, doesn't he? But that's going by the by, isn't it? Right, so George Harrison, well, it's the concert for George by various artists, all of whom basically had a connection to George one way or another. Fantastic concert just to watch, and a fantastic concert to listen to. Like I say, I've got it on CD and I've got it on DVD, but this is the original one. But I haven't yet got it on vinyl, which is on my next watch list, I think. But I think, from what I can make out, it's quite expensive, isn't it, to get on vinyl? Highly recommend it. This old, like, DVD can probably still pick up for around the £20 mark, if not cheaper, to be honest. I don't know what the new one is, but yeah, love it. I'd forgot how good it was till I was sat in the garden the other day listening to bits of it on a music streaming site, which I will not name. But yeah, fantastic. Love it. You know, George is always going to be missed, isn't he? Brilliant guitar player, brilliant singer-songwriter, wicked sense of humour, just a great bloke, really, wasn't he? And I did briefly meet George, and I do mean briefly. It was only for a minute or so, in a pub in Henley-on-Thames many years ago, and he was the nicest, most down-to-earth person you could meet, and that was, you got that just with a brief amount of time I saw him. He wasn't all airs and graces. Yes, he went into his own light little back room in the pub, but he walked through the pub to get to it, and I'm sure Jeff Lynne was with him. I'm sure Jeff Lynne was with him. And actually, when he walked in the pub, he just said, hello everybody, and just walked into the back room. I think it's like his way of keeping his feet on the ground, just going across the road for a pint every now and again. Fantastic bloke, fantastic concert, highly recommend it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. And if you are subscribed, thank you very much. You know, the subscriptions are going up. Could do with a few more, because I want to start investing. I want to invest in a new laptop and things like that. Although most of the time it comes out okay on my phone, but I keep being asked to go on other people's channels, and until I get a decent laptop I can't do it, because you have to do a Zoom thing, don't you? So maybe one day, if you're listening, Rachel's Ghost, I am still looking for a new laptop. Yeah, so that's going to be it. I'm off to the Fun Factory in a bit. Busy week for me. Work today. I'm on a course tomorrow. Work Friday, Saturday and Saturday. So I'm going to miss the coronation of the new king, King Charles III. But then I get Sunday and then I get Monday off as a bank holiday. So you probably won't get anything now till Sunday. Sunday at the earliest. So whatever you're doing, please stay safe. I love you all, and I do mean that. You are the Beatle Dave, so please stay safe. What's your thoughts on this? I think it's very underrated in some ways. I'm surprised it's not held in more sort of esteem. But even I forgot how good it was, in all honesty. But then we do, as time goes on, folks. You know, sometimes you play records or DVDs or CDs for like loads of times, and then you might not play them again for a couple of years. This will be being played again soon. The CD I'm going to put in my car, and obviously if I'm out in the garden I'll listen to it on my streaming device, which I shouldn't really be recommending people to stream things on a record collector video, should I? So until the next time, Beatle Dave wishing you all peace, love and happiness. Stay safe. I love you all. Remember, you are the beating Beatle Dave. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. And if you are subscribed, thank you very much. And thank you to everybody that is leaving me comments and likes. And if you've liked this video, leave me a thumbs up. So until the next time, bye bye everybody. Bye bye.